Welcome into Jets Nation Radio, episode 13. I'm Angus Hout for real this time, and across from me in the Zoom, Sam Brownell. How's it going, buddy?
Oh, not too bad yourself.
Oh, not too bad. I saw your Vikings taking it right down to the last moment with a double doink.
Yeah, they keep me on my toes.
It's
That's
that's one way to start your Sunday morning, eh?
I was texting our good friend Darnell Duff, and he was like, "Oh, what a stressful game." I was like, "Dude, the Vikings broke a record for single score games last year. I'm used to it by now. It just happened earlier in the day than normal. That's the
Yeah,
only difference."
exactly. So now you got all of today to relax and talk some
Exactly.
hockey.
Just I get to watch some nice, peaceful football today. It's fantastic.
Exactly. And I mean, shout out the Vikings and that missed field goal for winning me a couple bucks this morning. That was a nice way to start my Sunday.
Beautiful.
It's
Love to
the
hear it.
it's the best way to be a guy who can somewhat enjoy the NFL. Just watch it, be like, oh yeah, there's a good chance I'm going to win some money on this. So I usually make my bets 3/4 of the way through the game. So not being an actual fan of the NFL and just being a degenerate, great way to
There
start
you
my day.
go.
There we go. So yeah, Jets, pretty good week. 2-1. Well, I guess 2-1 since the last time we've talked. So that was nice.
Yeah, I mean, it was there are some things that need to be worked on, but it's preseason. That's the whole point. There's a lot of good, especially in that game last night. A lot of good to go off of, some bad, some some unbelievable pads, but we'll get into that.
Yeah, we've got a full episode today. So let's if I can actually pull up what I need to pull up here. Uh okay, Brad Lambert, let's talk about him because he is going to be special. Very, very
Big
special.
bad Brad. Let's get it. 30th overall.
I can't believe it. And like we basically got a Lamborghini at civic prices here.
He wasn't even our first pick of that round.
No, and yet we still got him. I'm just like, how good is Rutger gonna be? But that
I
doesn't
think
matter for
I
me.
think Lambert's better. I think he fell. He had a tough draft -1 year. So like I think it makes sense because everyone had him super high, and then he had a rough year. He had like 4 goals or something last year, playing in a more defensive league. So I understand why he dropped a bit, but dropping all the way to 30th, I think there were some people concerned about attitude issues, like whether he could fight through those bad times. So I mean, we're laughing,
Oh,
Jets
100%.
fans,
Yeah.
laughing.
And I mean, like the magic that Lambert and Perfetti are going to make within the next couple of seasons. Oh, I'm just excited thinking about it right now. There's a tent in my pants.
It's family show.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
Sorry. Just ask your dad what that means there, kids.
That completely threw me off. I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, I mean the two of them together. I would love to see Lambert have some time at the start of the season. I'm not necessarily saying burn a year of his contract, but at the start of the season, why not get him a bit of time in the NHL? It will do wonders, even if it's 5, 8 games. I think eight's the max.
9.
Nine. Okay, even if it's just that 9 games. I think that would do so much for his development. And then you send him to the Moose. I don't think you can send him down to junior. A guy that's showing that well. He's so fast. He's so skilled. I think I think his pro career needs to hit the ground running in North America. And I don't know how much good it's going to do him going down to the WHL. Like, yeah, he'll dominate.
Oh yeah, it would be ridiculous the numbers that he would put up in the WHL. And like the WHL, you already get some pretty big numbers. So
Yeah.
I
See,
would
I mean,
be
Seattle's so good this year too. Shout out Dauphin King legend Braden Doobie doing his thing down there
oh
in
man.
Seattle. But yeah, I think Lambert has to stay in Winnipeg, like with Moose or Jets, whatever it is. I think sending him down is not going to do much good with just like how much skill he clearly has.
And that speed too. Like in both games, he gave himself a chance on a breakaway. Montreal, he did it, and Edmonton, he got real close to scoring on the breakaway that he created himself. Like it's unbelievable what that
And
guy can
his
do.
his move in OT, even to keep him just for overtime periods, like he's so quick. And I mean, the move he made in OT to almost score and setting guys up, I think he's got so much skill. He and Perfetti together in a couple of years is going to be dangerous.
Oh, it's going to be pure magic on the ice. And I am so excited to see that, especially if they do, like, if they can find a big body guy as well that can really start throwing some weight around. Like, I would be
PLD if
oh,
he signed in Winnipeg long term.
PLD Lambert Perfetti. What a line that
That would
would
look pretty
be.
good.
That would look phenomenal. Listen, Pierre-Luc, you got to stick around because
Please,
it's going to be worth it.
please.
And it's, oh man, yeah. Like I am blown away with how good he's going, with how good he is. I think that you just send him right down to the Moose. And then if playoffs become a reality, that's when you get him towards game 73 and you just kind of let him get into it.
Well, I think I like keeping him up at least for a couple games at the start of the year. Who knows? He might show really well and stick. Like, probably not.
Yeah. Well, my
He's
issue,
young, but
I mean, he's 18. You don't want to put that pressure on him this early. The other thing is he's been playing against like a weaker Edmonton and a very weak Montreal team.
yes. Yeah.
So, I mean, as great as he was against those teams, yeah, he's going to light it up in the A, but I would hate to damper any of that confidence with, oh,
Well,
well, he
that's
looks
why
really good.
that's why I think you just see how he does for a game or two. If he's doing well, let him get that 9. If he's not doing well, send him down, let him get a bit more time with the Moose, let him kind of get his full North American game feet under him. And then potentially later in the season, if he hasn't used up that 9, get him back up.
Yeah. Well, I
But
mean, like,
I also don't think like you could say, yeah, we're going to keep him, not burn those games until the end of the season. But if you're going into the playoffs hot, you're not going to throw a guy into your, because he'll have to be top 6 at the absolute least, like a third line guy. You're not going to throw a guy in there if your team's on a roll going into the playoffs and then he doesn't get that experience, which is kind of just free experience
yeah.
because you're
Well, I
not
mean,
burning a year.
you can make him a black ace, though, can you not?
Yeah, I guess you have that opportunity for him to be around the team more, and I think that'll happen no matter where he plays this year if the Jets go into the playoffs. But I do think that having a guy get that in-game experience is just so valuable and kind of I don't know. I'm super excited about his future and seeing how he does.
Yeah, it's gonna be great no matter what. Like you already see the talents there and the speeds there. The IQ, I think he's not dumb by any means. Doesn't have a low hockey IQ, but I think it could be up a few more points. There was a few times where like, oh, you could have made the pass, but
And I mean he's playing a very different game now than he was before.
yeah. I mean that
So
Finnish
I think
hockey
that's going to
versus
change it too.
yeah. I mean Finnish hockey versus North American hockey. Again, he's 18. Not going to expect the world from an 18-year-old who is drafted 30th overall. But I mean, it's been a great.
They got him at 30th. I'm so excited.
I'm like, I think Bobby Mack last year had him rated like 5th overall or something.
There were times where he was ranked in the top 5.
Yeah, so suck it, all 31 other teams who did not take Brad Lambert. You guys messed up. We still got Rutger to think.
And yeah, is he hurt right now?
No, he's with whichever college he's with down in the States. And so basically how that works is once you're kind of locked in, you got to go to school. You can't be just skipping classes to go
to camp.
Go to camp. Unfortunately, I wish it worked differently, but that's just 1 year without Rutger. Like it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, it would have been nice to see him get some skates with the club, but
yeah. So
you can do class online. Come on.
Yeah, come on. This is 2022. Come on, whatever. Nebraska? I think he's with Nebraska.
I can't remember.
USHL.
Isn't he from Nebraska?
Yeah, he's a Nebraska boy. I don't remember. All right, let's talk a little defense though, because that was not. It's you not know what? Going great, but it's not going terrible either.
I love Rick Bowness. The patience he has, I think it's fantastic. When like people were grilling him about the Villy turnover, and he was like, well, look at the 3 forwards. Villy was looking to make a pass there, and he saw 3 guys' backs. What's he supposed to do?
Yeah.
Turn over the puck, not what you're supposed to do. But if you don't have anyone to pass to, that's a situation where like, what are you going to do with it? You got to dump it out, but that's something he'll learn.
Yeah.
So I still think Billy has a very good chance. I think Sandberg's probably uh going to be the guy to start in that sixth defenseman position, but I think Billy's going to get some time.
Interesting. I see, and I think it's Billy who gets to start over Sandberg. Like I watched him Tuesday night, watched Sandberg Tuesday night very closely over at Canada Life Center, and he's like he got muscled out a couple of times, and there's just a few times where I was just like, oh, he's just a little too slow. He just like a half percentage away from being there.
And like Bonus said, it might be a situational thing. Do we need a guy to penalty kill? You're going to see Sandberg. Need a guy on the power play? Going to be Billy. Need some muscle? It'll be Stanley.
Mm-hmm.
So like there is a situation where we see all three of the guys in different variations throughout the year. And again, as injuries come up, those are going to be the guys that are coming up, even though like Declan Chisholm's unreal. But when do we see him actually coming into the lineup? It might be some time still.
Yeah, which is too bad because like Chisholm, I think really should have had a better look at getting into the Jets.
I think there's just such a logjam that he would have, but why not get him down playing top minutes with the Moose?
Yeah, I mean, like you might have like you're only going to get better by playing with the Moose at such.
And I think we're going to start seeing more of our actual lineup as we get closer. Like how many preseason games are left? Like three.
Yeah, we got 2 against Calgary, and I don't know who the third one is against.
Yeah, one of those you have to figure you'll see pretty much the lineup.
Yeah, so next Saturday, like Bonus has talked about this already. I think next Saturday is already he's planning to play the Flames and Jets, or like the full.
Good, let's see it.
Yeah, let's.
You should. Like I'm glad they finally got Wheeler, Perfetti, and Dubois together because it made no sense to me playing. If you're going into the season with a new line, why wouldn't they be playing in preseason together? Mm-hmm. And they had them playing different games. But I'm glad they finally got them all together, and I think it looked pretty good.
Yeah. Well, okay, so I'll correct myself here. There's 2 preseason games left. We got one on Wednesday against the Flames and the second one next Friday against the Flames. And then we have to wait a whole week before there's a game.
That's just rude.
That's so rude. Give us some extra preseason there.
No, just start the season already. I know you've got the global series games going next weekend, but why is there like preseason games at the same time as that? Start like have the global series, but then that evening have other NHL games. You're getting us ready for the season. The season's here.
Yeah.
Start the goddamn season.
This isn't the NFL. We don't care about 11 o'clock starts. We just want to watch hockey all day long.
Yeah.
Just give us
hockey.
Just give us hockey. Rangers and Jets. It's going to be a great game.
Just give me hockey that matters. We'll see the C on Jacob Trouba.
Whoa.
His first game as the captain.
As the captain, which is just unbelievable that he got
good on him.
Good on him.
I don't think that's that unbelievable. He's such a talented player.
I mean, yeah,
he's got some grit.
Yeah. And I don't have a whole lot of thoughts on David. Not Rittich. I've got lots of thoughts on Rittich, but on Trouba.
Okay, talking about Rittich, I don't know what question we were going or what order you were going in here with your questions, but
it doesn't.
I just need to say David Rittich. That has to be one of the nicest setups I've ever seen.
Yeah, I don't know if I've.
That's my shirt.
I know. I don't know how. Like, I know exactly how I ended up with it. I just threw it on today. I know I've been meaning to get it back to you.
I completely forgot you had that.
Yeah. I hope you haven't been looking for it.
No, I forgot about it, but I saw it and it clicked.
Sorry, I didn't mean to steal your shirt. That's too.
No, I'll blame Darnell for soaking you with beer and me living close to him and having to lend you a shirt.
And also, I think I walked through a pretty rough rainstorm that day as well. So
you just need dry clothes.
I just needed dry clothes.
I completely forgot that you still had that. You moved.
I did.
You changed cities.
You can come visit. Winnipeg's only 3.5 hours from Finn City. You're like here. You're here like every other week, anyways.
I know.
Yeah. David Rittich, his new
that
heritage pads, fantastic.
Lovely. That setup was absolutely gorgeous. If you have not seen it, stop listening right now.
No, continue to listen and then go but you got to go visit.
It's on Jets Nation Instagram. It's on Jets Nation Twitter. Go look it up right now. If you're driving, pull over to the side of the road. Safety first. Pull over to the side of the road. Go on Jets Nation Twitter and look at it because it's beautiful and it's honestly a crime that we're not going to see it more than a handful of times this year, and we may never get to see it in game action.
Which is going to be the real heartbreaker here. There was one jet that I think had a nicer setup, and I'm trying to find it right now as we speak. But yeah, no, David Rittich is like, that's the thing, is the NHL needs to have goaltenders go all out on having fun setups.
Yeah.
Like, just be like,
the Jets taking off with the, oh my God, it's just
beautiful.
Such beautiful pads.
Yeah, it doesn't get any better than that. So yeah, I don't know. I just wish the NHL would work a little bit harder on that. I don't know what photo I'm thinking of here, but there was not Al Montoya. Al Montoya had a cool helmet though.
It was you're thinking of Mason, the one who had the Jets logo on the front.
Yeah, maybe that's the one it was. Yeah, but that was a sick setup. But
that was a sick setup. I like this one more.
You like this one more?
I love Rittich's setup. Yeah,
I mean, it is sick. I really hope that, well, the day that he inevitably leaves us, I hope that he leaves those pads in Winnipeg for safekeeping, because
I doubt it. But...
apparently Mason left his.
Oh
yeah,
he have like a Winnipeg Jets.
He left it with the trainers.
All of backup goalies' pads.
Oh yeah, no. So he left them with the trainers. He actually talked to me on Twitter when I had posted the photo of it. So thank you. I believe it was Mason, but
it was one of the, because both Masons played for the Jets. It was either Steve or Chris. I just can't remember which one.
Yeah. I think it was Steve who had the cool pads.
I think you're right. Yeah. Chris is the one that works for Nashville now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was Steve. He was here first.
Yeah. Steve was definitely here first.
Yeah.
But yeah, no,
someone is screaming at their phone right now, being like, these guys are idiots.
Yeah. They don't know anything. Oh man. Yeah, so go check those out. Wheeler giving Esposito a fun little sucker punch.
Was it a sucker punch?
I would say that was a sucker punch.
I don't know. Esposito running him and Schmidt. Like, Schmidt was down.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, like, Esposito is not in any sort of clear here. It's not like Wheeler was out skating and he caught him off guard. Like, there was, gloves are off, and yet the stripes got to come in and give it, like,
they do that a lot now, unless it's like spur of the moment, like during the actual play and the refs aren't anywhere near. If you're going to fight in the NHL now, you have to do it immediately. There's no dancing around anymore.
No,
it's got to be shed and go. Even the Lowry one last night, I guess it was other players were there immediately, but yeah, good on Lowry for not absolutely pummeling the guy. Like, he deserved it, but he was defenseless and Lowry would have killed him.
Oh, 100%. Like, I mean, like, who did Benson hit last night that caused
Appleton?
That? It was Appleton. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I mean, like, that was a dirty hit. And the way that Lowry turned around, he could have straight up killed Benson. Like, and if it's just the immediate glove drop, I just wish.
I love Lowry. That's unreal.
I want to see him with the C so badly, because I think he'd be like one of the few gritty.
I think there's a chance he gets it next year. I don't think anyone gets to see this year. I think there's a chance that unless Scheif signs long term with a year left on his contract, they're not going to give it to a guy who's about to leave in free agency.
Nope.
Lowry will have at least 3 more years. So unless Scheif is willing to commit and sign long term, or like another contract, I think Lowry probably gets that C, and fully deserving.
Oh, 100%.
Or Morrissey, because he still has like 19 years in Winnipeg.
Yeah.
He signed such a long contract with term on his other contract still.
Yeah. You know what? Winnipeg seems like a decent city. I'll stick around here.
Hell yeah.
Can't be that bad.
I love Morrissey.
Yeah, who doesn't? Like, he's such a quiet guy, but he's such a good guy too. Like, I like him, and I'm really excited to see more of him under Rick Bonus's leadership.
Yeah, get him on the offensive side of things a little bit too.
Yeah,
let him open it up a bit more.
And
I think playing with, like, who was he with most of last year? Was it DeMello?
Yeah, he was a lot of DeMello.
Yeah, I feel like those guys, if they're together again, which I expect they will be as the top pair, I feel like they'll have some more chemistry and some more, like, they'll keep building on what they were doing last year.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm excited to see what Jomo and DeMello can do, because, like, they both have such a good running relationship together on the ice.
Yeah, it seems like it for sure.
Yeah. What have you What are your thoughts on Pionk so far this year? Like, I'm just kind of, or at
I
least this
think he's I
preseason.
think he's looking a lot better than he did last year.
Yeah, that's what I
Um,
thought. But I'd seen some people complaining on Twitter that he's regressed. I was like, I don't
Twitter's not the
think
real
so.
world.
That's fair
Um,
enough. I
it's
just,
like 2 years ago. I've gone on about this a lot, so I'll keep it brief. 2 years ago, Pionk was unreal. He was the best defenseman on the Jets, far and away. Last year he regressed, but I do think he still has that in him, and I think that having a normal year with a good coach and
well,
kind of
and
getting the new system, I think in general will just really benefit Pionk.
well, and Pionk played through an injury through like I think 80 games last year.
All of them, he got injured 2 games into the year.
Yeah, it was like their first game against Dallas. So I remember like it's within the first 10 games of the year.
Yeah.
He blocked a Jamie Benn shot, took it right off the boot, and able to play, but not at 100%. Probably playing at 94.
When that's the case, take a couple weeks off and get healthy.
Yeah, well,
it's not playoffs; it's the start of the year, and if it's going to linger and hamper your season all year long, just get better.
Yeah, well, like, that's it. But like he said, well, Wheeler and Scheifele played through injury, and everyone else played through injury. It's like, great, yeah. Just get yourself up to like 98%. Get yourself to 100%, buddy. Like you don't need to risk the biscuit just for a year of not playoff hockey.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess the point he would probably make is they were trying to get into the playoffs, and he helps them with that, which he does.
Yes,
but yeah, I'm hoping we see like his 2 years on the Jets. He played really well for one, and Morrissey played poorly. Then Morrissey played really well, and Pionk played poorly. If we can get those guys working together, like both playing well at the same time, that's a good
good top two pairs.
Yeah, exactly. And whoever you slot in beside them, well, whether it's DeMello and Dylan or Schmidt or whatever, I think that'll be good if you have those two top guys playing at their highest level.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like everything's really just kind of coming up for the Jets, and like there's still negative people on Twitter like it's not gonna be worth it. Like, nah, shut up, because it's gonna be great.
It has a different feeling.
It does. It really does. I've never been this excited about a season. Like I've been excited about hockey twice going into a season like this. And like the last time, unfortunately, the pandemic took over, but I was so excited for the Oilers going into the 1920 seasons. Like this is the year.
And well, the 2018, the year after the Jets' big playoff run, I was excited going in.
Oh yeah.
And then they stunk.
And then
but that's okay.
But I mean, they played the first 41 games of the season real well. And then I think the St. Louis Blues just took the Jets' mojo. Was like, no, this is ours now.
All the Blues needed was a fight in practice and a new coach. And I guess a guy who they tried to send down to the ECHL come up and win
win the cup.
Yeah.
He didn't win Vezina.
No, Conn Smythe. Hellebuck won Vezina that year, but who won the Conn Smythe that year?
I think it was Ryan O'Reilly.
Yeah. But Bennington was unreal.
Oh, stupid good. And I mean, now I'm kind of at that point where it's like, you're kind of a jackass. I hope you continue.
Oh, I hate him.
I do too.
I hate him.
And it's not like
do I look nervous? Shut them.
Yeah. It was my God-given right to throw my water bottle at him. Like, shut up.
Oh, when he gets his little fits and he is little poor man. Baby.
Yeah, poor baby Bennington. But okay, so going back to Wheeler and the fact that he took a couple of shots at Esposito there. Are we gonna see the villain version of Blake Wheeler? Where
I think so.
I think he's so back. Mad.
He doesn't have to worry about all the extra stuff this year being the captain. I think this might be the best season we've seen from him in 5 years.
I'll take it.
Yeah, I think he's coming back with a vengeance. He wants to prove to people that it's he's not done. He's not overpaid. He's still Blake Wheeler. I bet we see 60 assists this year.
60 assists. I'll take it.
I'm serious.
Okay, well, what was he last year? Was he 60 points or 60 assists?
I think he was 44 assists or something.
It's still the most
assists on the team, and we're all acting like he's washed.
Yeah.
And he's not going to be overtired because he's not going to be playing 25 minutes a night because Paul Maurice is gone.
Yeah, exactly. And honestly, I think he's going to thrive on the third line. Second line, he'll be absolutely A-okay. 43 points, 17 goals for Wheels last year.
Yeah. Wait, one more time?
17 goals, 43 assists, 60 points, minus 15.
I was one assist off.
You're real close, but unfortunately, this is Price is Right rules, and you
I went too
lose.
high. Yeah, it's on me. Yeah, I don't think a third line, but I think not like playing 18 minutes a night, getting maybe second power play would be really good for the guy.
Yeah.
And not having to always be that guy. He's not the captain anymore. He's just another guy.
Well, like one of my favorite things about Rick Bowness is he's like, well, as long as guys aren't playing 55 seconds a shift, I was like, good on you calling out guys like that without being.
And I mean, very interesting choice of number of seconds there.
Yeah, very interesting. I mean, like again, I love Rick Bowness. I can't say anything like as of right now, can't say negative things about him.
I'm getting the hashtag believe in bonus going this year.
We're gonna make it happen. We're gonna get t-shirts rolling there, buddy.
Absolutely.
If not stickers.
Or believe in bones. That's it.
Believe in bones. Yeah. So I don't know. Like I'm very excited to see what he can do with Wheels. Just as long as Wheels, like I know we're gonna see the villain version of him where he's just causing havoc and mayhem, but I want to see the offensive side out of him as well.
I think we will. It's just a matter of like getting it going.
Yeah. I mean, 36. There's no reason why he should stop. Tom Brady's still going hard.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at with him.
I just think like I know a lot of the guys are the same. I think we see a completely different team this year.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Everyone's going to be in a better mindset.
And the thing I was really worried about, which was depth, I'm not as worried about anymore.
No. Speaking of depth players, Saku Manalainen.
I'm glad you said it because I didn't want to. Let's just call him Saku. He's great.
Yeah, like
I'm a fan.
Didn't put like no points within his 3 preseason games, but holy, that guy is all over the ice. Like he's going to be a perfect fourth liner for the Jets.
Yeah, if a guy like Morgan Barron's hurt, I could see him even potentially being on the third line. He plays hard. He plays fast.
Yeah. I mean, he's 26 years old. He's been in Europe his entire career. He's ready for some NHL hockey. That guy, if you want to talk about an overripe player, that's the guy.
Yeah. So that brings up one thing I wanted to talk about. That one of the replies we got on you asking for questions today, Dr. Jets. So he said, I kind of like this, and I do want to change one thing.
Okay.
So he said thoughts on Ehlers, Scheifele, Lambert, Connor, Dubois, Perfetti, which I think that would be the top line, Connor, Dubois, Perfetti.
Yeah.
I mean, that's 1A, 1B. Like you can't really differentiate those. And then his third line, he had Appleton, Laus, Wheeler. I would change Appleton for probably Barron, if not Manalainen on that third line. Yeah.
So Barron, is he not a left hand or a left shot, like a left winger, where Appleton is primarily playing?
Yeah. Also, with that, you have both. You have you're only 2 right-handed wingers. I guess Lambert's right-handed.
Yeah.
But Wheeler and Appleton are both righties. You have 3 right-handed wingers on your whole team. You can't put 2 of them on the same line. Well, so yeah, I would have Appleton down on that 4th line right wing. And then I would have Barron or Manalainen on the left side.
Do you think, like, I know that Appleton just signed a 3-year deal with the Jets, but do you think his time with the Jets is gonna?
I don't think so.
No,
I think like he's a guy that can play 3rd, 4th line reliably. Like he had a bad year, but Seattle was so bad last year that you can't really blame Appleton for it. So it'll be interesting. I was a little surprised he signed so long term in Winnipeg, but no, I think he's going to be on the Jets, and he might end up like there might be other guys stepping up, and in reality we know Lambert's not going to be up, so that bumps everyone on that list up a line and puts Appleton back to the right side on the third line, and whether it's Barron or Manalainen or Harkins or whoever fills in that left side on that line with him and Lowry. But I think no matter what, we'll see Appleton with the Jets, whether it's he's on the fourth line, the occasional game in the press box or whatever, but I don't think he's going anywhere.
No, okay. Just thought I'd ask your opinion on it. All right, this was a fantastic question from Jojo Crockett. Bang, bang, Mary Kill, Shifley, Wheeler, Doobie.
Oh, thanks for that one, Johnny. That's my brother-in-law, by the
Oh, bless his heart. He needs to ask more questions.
way. He texted me that as a screenshot of like the draft tweet, and I called him a coward, and then he posted it, and I was like, okay, damn, now I actually have to answer it. So what are we talking here? Are we talking hockey wise?
No, we're going based purely on looks here.
Oh, then PLD Mary. Probably Wheeler bang and then
See, I'm gonna go Mary Wheeler, bang Shifley, and Doobie. He's sorry, buddy.
We can't be friends anymore.
It's just purely because he's French. There's that Alberta hatred.
Yeah, but he's beautiful.
I know he's a beautiful man, but like honestly, I don't know. Wheeler for me.
The tattoos and the
no man, I need old man Wheeler taking care of me at the end. I
could do Wheeler, Mary, Dubois, bang, but you can't kill Dubois.
No, listen, you got Mark Shifley and those beautiful eyes.
Cool. That's fair. That's a fair point.
Let's talk a little Dale Hawerchuk. We got some time.
How disrespectful is it to talk about that before Hawerchuk?
I know, right? Yeah. I am the worst Jets podcast host.
That's bad.
And there's like 3 podcasts that just popped up on us here. So it's just like, we gotta put a little bit more effort into this one.
So yeah, the Hawerchuk statue. I think they did a fantastic job. I think some of the speeches weren't great.
But I mean, you got hockey players talking, and it's like they're not.
Yeah, these guys haven't been to actual school since like grade 9. So but yeah, I think Kinger's speech was a little hard to follow. He kept like seemingly just jumping around, and then he'd trail off and just start a new thought. I thought Coffey's was terrible. He just talked about the Oilers.
Yeah.
I like how he started it with chirping Kinger for going over his allotted 3 minutes, and then like easily doubled how long King's speech was.
I kept looking so like, long. How long is Coffey gonna talk here? I'm like, being an Oilers guy, I'm like, yeah, it's Paul Coffey, but I'm like, it's the Jets. Why the hell is Paul Coffey here? I get like,
well, I liked it.
The Canada Cup thing. But
the Canada Cup, and it seemed like he and Hawerchuk were close by the sounds of it. And like Coffey was almost in tears at the end there. But no, I thought it was great to have him. I just thought it was funny that he tried to chirp someone for going too long and then just way
too long.
Everyone else's though, I thought Scott Arniel's was good.
Yeah, I like Scott Arniel.
Shifley, Hawerchuk's wife.
Yeah,
like I thought it was all really good. The statue looked absolutely incredible. I mean, you saw it in person, so I'll let you talk about that.
Immaculate is the only way I would describe that statue of Dale. It's beautiful, and like the fact that they got some of the color of the jersey into that.
I like that. I like the little hint of color.
However they did it, great choice. There is nothing wrong with that statue whatsoever. It's the same guys that ended up making Gretzky's and
Michael Jordan.
And Michael Jordan.
That's pretty good company.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Like, yeah. And three.
It's perfect. It was beautiful. That's the only way I can describe it. It was just beautiful.
Yeah, it was awesome.
So good. This is one of the few times where True North got everything absolutely correct. They didn't mess up.
And having the statue point to the rink and point north, it's just
perfect.
I think they did a really good job there.
Yeah, and that was actually the first time I've been in True North Square. And
okay,
yeah. So I did a little tour. I didn't realize that there was a market and an LC in there, and just like
it's a great building.
Yeah, it's a sweet little square that they've got there, and I'm excited for playoff hockey. I would love to go to a whiteout party out there. So.
I mean, as someone who grew up in Winnipeg and saw no buildings go up for the first, 17, 18 years of my life, it's so nice to see these True North Square. You have the Alt Hotel, you have 300 Main. And that's because of the Jets.
Yep.
When the Jets left, there was just nothing in the city, nothing going on. The Jets coming back and doing well. There's now a bunch of restaurants around there. There's buildings going up. So I think that's It's a great building. It's great. It's proximity to the rink. There's restaurants and stuff there you can go to before, after the game, whatever. So
Yeah,
yeah.
well, as everyone knows, I'm a cheap ass, and I'll walk 16 city blocks if I don't have to pay a dime in
Did
parking.
you walk there from your place?
No, God, no. That would take me
Oh,
like an hour and 40. No,
I was like, wow.
no, I parked like, I don't know, 5 blocks away from the rink. But either way, it's free parking. But like,
Mhm.
I was looking at for all like little restaurants in the downtown, and there's a ton of them, and there's lots that do their own little Jets special before and after the game. So like, if you're going downtown to watch the Jets, just go visit some restaurants, support local, their
Absolutely.
friends.
Absolutely.
That's what we're getting at here.
Don't just have everyone go to Brown's Social House.
No, and don't
Go
like,
explore. Like
yeah,
find a good locally owned, and lots of the stuff in True North Square is locally owned.
yeah. Well, and yeah, even when you get away from True North, there's lots of little local restaurants. So go visit
Yeah.
them, go support local. It's been a rough couple of years for them. We're running down to the last 3 minutes. So as always, Sam, what's your socials?
Sam Brownell Radio on Instagram, S Brownell 12 on Twitter. Actually starting to tweet again, so go give me a follow.
Yes, we appreciate that. Go follow me, Angus Hout, Twitter and Instagram. I'm a brutal tweeter when it comes to my own personal stuff. So, if you want awkward tweets, that's where you go. Go follow Jets Nation on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, TikTok as well. I don't know what that's.
Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok.
There we go. So go follow Instagram. Go follow us on Instagram twice. That's what we're getting at here. But yeah, no, I appreciate that. Go check out jetsnation.ca. We got articles coming out pretty much daily. I'm usually taking one day off a week from writing, so forgive me for that. But I try to get out at least 7 articles a week. Yeah. And Sam, where can we hear you on the radio dial?
Yeah, 7:30 on your radio dial if you're in most of like Western Manitoba,
Heck, we can hear
including
you here.
Winnipeg.
Yeah, we can hear you in
Yeah.
Winnipeg on good days.
But if you're not, there's 730ckdm.com or 730ckdm on your Radio Player Canada app. I do the afternoon and evening news for like 2 to 5 usually, and the noon egg show.
Love that egg noon show. So go check
yeah.
out Sam. Yeah, and we appreciate all of you guys who have been supporting us so decently in the last couple of months. Just started getting going at this, and I have had a blast. So each and every one of you that enjoys it, you warm my heart. So keep it up, and we'll keep doing what we keep doing.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening. Be good and do good. Sam, have a great week.
You too.